Donald Trump's only niece, Dr. Mary Trump, has called out the U.S. president's egregious behavior in a damning interview with 60 Minutes, and warned things will get even worse in the White House as November's presidential election draws closer. In her only Australian television interview, Dr. Trump has revealed embarrassing Trump family secrets and given a worrying analysis of the president's state of mind. She told 60 Minutes reporter Liam Bartlett she decided to write a tell-all memoir about her family's chaos and dysfunction because of what's at stake for America. Mary Trump, the president's only niece, is one of very few to know the real Donald Trump. 9. I needed to tell the story of the family, which is now forcing the media to have a conversation that they've never wanted to have, and never have had, about Donald's psychological health, she said. More pointedly, we're talking about a man who has control of the largest nuclear arsenal in the world that makes him more dangerous than Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, because he has the nuclear codes. As shameless as he often is, it's probably only natural the most powerful job on earth has fueled Donald Trump's ego. 9. Dr. Trump has spent her entire life watching her famous uncle, but as an adult has been able to more fully identify and understand his behavior because of her training as a clinical psychologist. She says it's the win-at-all-costs attitude of the Trump family that has shaped Donald more than anything else, and she blames Fred Trump Sr., his father, and Mary's grandfather, for instilling it. Fred is the origin. He is the ground zero of all of the family dysfunction for sure, she told Bartlett. He had no real human feeling for anybody including his children and was quite adept at using people to his own ends. He found them not to be of use, he had no compunction about discarding them. He enjoyed humiliating other, weaker people. Donald became the face of the family business and enthusiastically adopted his father's win-at-all-costs attitude. 9. Dr. Trump believes Fred Trump Sr. was a sociopath and says he deprived his children of love as they were growing up. The effect on Donald Trump was crippling. That would have a negative deleterious effect on anybody, on any children, she said. Donald Trump's erratic relationship with his mother also affected his development and influenced his view of women, according to Dr. Trump. I can't speak to whether he hates women, but what I can say, because I grew up with it, is that women were considered second-class citizens, she told Bartlett. His casual cruelty to women and the ease with which he objectifies them means he certainly doesn't seem to ever have had any real deep emotional connection with women. The daughter of Donald Trump's eldest brother Freddie says the Trump siblings were always destined to be dysfunctional. 9. While Dr. Trump believes it's her patriotic duty to expose the real Donald Trump, her brutal memoir also sets the record straight about her own father's place in the family's history. Freddie Trump Jr. was Donald's older brother and destined to run the family's real estate and property development businesses. But he was ostracized by Fred Sr. when he chose to pursue his dream of becoming an airline pilot. It destroyed his life. At 42, Freddie Trump Jr. was an alcoholic. He lost his home and marriage, and was slowly dying. At 42, Freddie Jr. was an alcoholic, had lost his home and marriage. 9. But Dr. Trump revealed to Bartlett how the Trump family, including Donald, ignored her father's suffering, and never bothered to visit him on his deathbed in hospital. When he got so sick, my grandfather just thought it was over, and why did he need to be there? Why did he need to witness that? He'd witnessed enough, and his children always took their cues from him, she said. What still upsets Mary is the fact Donald chose to go to the movies on the night Freddie Jr. died. When Donald has, in the past, spoken about my father, he's only referred to him as an alcoholic, but he never speaks about my father's accomplishments. In 1999, years after her father's death, Trump patriarch Fred Sr. died, and Mary endured a further blow when her inheritance was all but cut. She sued her Uncle Donald and his siblings, arguing they had coerced her grandfather to change his will. The case was eventually settled under confidential terms. Mary Trump, the president's only niece, is one of very few to know the real Donald Trump. 9 Today, Mary insists her book is not a payback, nor is it written for financial gain. Instead, she says it's an attempt to counter the slick Donald Trump spin. I do feel that I have to do whatever I can to make sure that people are informed and understand exactly what's going on with this man, she said. Donald isn't going to get better and he's going to get worse. That should make people think long and hard about how they cast their next vote. The daughter of Donald Trump's eldest brother Freddie says the Trump siblings were always destined to be dysfunctional. 9 Predictably, the president has come out swinging against his niece and her memoir. He's dismissed the book as a lie. But that's precisely what Dr. Mary Trump expected. She's not fazed and maintains America needs to be prepared for the upcoming election by having access to as much information as possible, even her family's secrets. We've already seen it. He's capable of either acting badly or refusing to act in a way that would be appropriate to protecting the country and the people in this country, she said. There are going to be consequences. Watch Mary Trump's exclusive Australian television interview and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9 now. Let's block ads. Why?
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.